What if I told you the text you just received isn't a win, but a test? That her message isn't a sign she wants you back, it's a signal to see who you are now. Because let's be honest, there was a time when her silence broke you. You stared at your phone, hoping for a word, a sign. And now that it's here, your heart races. But this isn't the time to react. It's the time to decide. Here's the truth. Just because she reached out doesn't mean you should rush in. A real man doesn't answer to comfort, he answers to clarity. Right now, you're not just holding a phone, you're holding a mirror. One path takes you back to confusion, doubt, and chasing. The other, it makes her see you in a way she never did before. So pause, breathe, and if you're ready to lead with strength, not impulse, like this video, subscribe, turn on the bell, and comment. I answer with purpose, not emotion. Number 1. When she reaches out after silence, what it means. You're living your life, focused, grounded, then suddenly, ping, it's her, the one who ghosted you, who ignored your last message, who faded without warning. Now she's back. It's a random like, a vague, hey. It's a meme you used to laugh at together, and just like that, your mind spins. Should I reply? What does she want? This is a defining moment, not for the relationship, but for you, because how you respond now says more about your growth than her message ever could. Let's be clear, when a woman reaches out after silence, it's not always about missing you. Often, it's about testing you. She's wondering if she still has access, if the same emotional strings still work, if you're still waiting in the same spot where she left you. That's why the first mistake most men make is responding immediately, eager, relieved, emotionally open. It's natural. But it's also exactly what not to do, because it confirms her influence is intact, and once that's clear, she can disappear again, this time with even more control. Instead, pause, breathe, don't react. Let her message sit. You're not ignoring her to play games. You're choosing not to let your emotions drive the moment. This is what Stoic composure looks like in practice. From a Stoic lens, silence is not revenge, it's reflection. It creates space. It makes her wonder if you've evolved, moved on, grown stronger. And that uncertainty, that's where your power now lies. This isn't about punishing her. It's about protecting yourself. It's about honoring the version of you who deserves consistency, not breadcrumbs. And if she's truly interested, she'll try again. She'll show effort. She'll do more than send a lazy emoji into your inbox. So when she breaks the silence, don't rush to reopen the door. Stand still, observe. Let her action reveal intention. And remember, if someone can vanish without a word, they should never be allowed to walk right back in without one. Now comment below, not all silence deserves a reply. Number 2. Why her message isn't always what it seems. She pops back up. Maybe it's a "hey stranger," maybe it's just a reaction to your story, or a like on a post she'd never normally engage with. On the surface it seems innocent, maybe even warm. But don't be fooled, her message isn't always about reconnection. It's a quiet power check more often. Does he still care? This is where most men misstep. They assume the message means she's had a change of heart, that she regrets ghosting, that she's ready to rebuild. But the truth? She might just be curious, bored, or trying to confirm that she could still have you if she wanted. And when you respond too eagerly, you validate that power. You show her that she can always get back in no matter how she treated you before. That's not attraction, that's emotional dependency, and it kills your value instantly. So pause, ask yourself, what does her message say? Is she acknowledging the silence? Is she making an effort, or just dipping her toe in the water to test the temperature? Real interest is clear, consistent, and takes ownership. Everything else is noise. From a Stoic viewpoint, this is where discernment matters. As Epictetus said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond. You can't control her decision to disappear or her choice to come back, but you control what happens next, and how you respond defines the standard you live by. So don't respond because you miss her. Respond only if she earns your attention back. Look for signs of effort, an apology, a genuine attempt to reconnect, questions that show she cares. Not just checks your availability, and even then, respond from a place of calm, not craving. Let your reply be light, centered, unhurried. You don't owe her immediate access because she remembered your name today. If she's serious, she'll keep showing up. If not, she'll vanish again once her ego feels reassured. And in both cases, you win. Because you're not reacting, you're leading. True power isn't found in a reply. It's found in the pause before it. Now comment below. My value isn't measured by her message. Number 3. Why being too available kills the attraction instantly. She disappeared, you moved on, and now, out of nowhere, she resurfaces. A message, a reaction, a little digital breadcrumb dropped in your path. Most men, when this happens, make a critical mistake. They become too available too quickly. They respond in seconds. They're friendly, eager, curious. They pick up where the conversation left off, like nothing happened. But that instant warmth, that emotional openness, it doesn't pull her in, it repels her. Because it shows she still has power. That your world paused and waited. And just like that, you lose the mystique, the tension, the growth you earned during her absence. Here's the truth most men don't want to face. If you're easy to reach, you're easy to forget. Women are attuned to energy. They feel the shift when you go from detached to excited, from calm to eager, and once they sense that hunger, especially after ghosting you, they lose respect, even if they don't realize it consciously. Being too available says, I'm still here, you still affect me, you can walk away and come back as you please, but the man she truly wants is the one who makes her earn his presence, not out of ego, but out of self-worth. From a Stoic perspective, this is emotional sovereignty. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." If her actions didn't reflect care before, your quick response now isn't truth, it's a reflex, and reflexes are for the uncentered. So what should you do instead? Hold still, respond on your time. Not to punish, but to observe. Let her feel what it's like not to be prioritized automatically. Let her wonder if you've changed, because you have. You're no longer the man who needed her validation. You're the man who values himself too much to give time cheaply. And if she's serious, she'll keep showing up. If not, her silence returns, and you're not shaken by it this time. Availability should be earned, not offered like a clearance item. No comment below. I don't give easy access, I give earned energy. Number 4, don't assume her intentions, test them. She reaches out after weeks, maybe months. A casual hey or a simple reaction to your story. Instantly, your mind jumps. Is this a sign she wants to return? Has she changed? But that's the trap. Assuming her intention is what puts you right back in her frame. The truth, not every message means she misses you. Sometimes it's boredom, sometimes it's ego, other times it's just a way to check if she still has a hold over you. And if you rush to respond, open up or engage emotionally, you give her the confirmation she's subconsciously seeking. This is why you don't just receive her message. You test it. Observe. Don't assume. Is she apologetic? Does she show consistency? Or is it just one lazy text, followed by silence again? Real intention reveals itself through action, not emojis. If she really wants to reconnect, it won't stop at a like or a dry wide. She'll follow up. She'll initiate. She'll try to engage in meaningful conversation. If she doesn't, you already have your answer. From a Stoic point of view, this is the essence of restraint. Epictetus taught, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. In this case, listening means watching. Not her words, but her patterns, her consistency, her energy. Don't reward minimal effort with maximum attention. Let her effort match your access. Don't pour your heart into it if she sends a 1 sig message after ghosting for weeks. Respond, if at all, with calm neutrality. No emotional fireworks, no long explanations, just stillness. And if her energy fades again, you don't chase, you don't ask why, you don't need closure, you already got clarity. Remember, not every knock on the door deserves to be answered. Sometimes it's just the wind. Now comment below, I observe patterns, not promises. Number 5. Make her work for your time, not the other way around. She vanished, now she's back. But this time, things are different. You're different. You're not the man waiting for her text. You're not the one who drops everything when she reappears. And that's exactly the shift that makes her curious again. When a woman reaches out after disappearing, many men reward that minimal effort with immediate access. They respond instantly. They propose a meetup. They even bring up old conversations, trying to rebuild what was lost. But here's the rule you must live by. If she didn't earn your attention, don't offer your time. Time is the highest form of currency in the modern world, and if someone ghosted you or withdrew without explanation, they shouldn't be able to repurchase their way in with a meme or a casual "hey." Your time is not free. It's earned through consistency, clarity, and effort. If she truly values reconnection, she'll show it. She'll initiate conversation. She'll ask meaningful questions. She'll suggest seeing you in person, and even then, your role is not to chase, it's to observe. Let her show she's serious, not just checking if she still has emotional leverage. Here's a strategy. Respond minimally. Let her lead. If she asks how you've been, don't write a paragraph. Give her enough to keep the conversation alive, but not enough to express your emotional state. If she wants to reconnect, she'll work for it. If not, her interest will fade quickly. And that tells you everything you need to know. From a Stoic angle, this is about boundaries. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. So, protect your focus. Don't let someone who once disregarded your presence now control your attention. And if she disappears again after a shallow attempt, don't take it personally. Take it as clarity. That's not a loss. It's a filter doing its job. Your time is sacred. Make her earn her way back into it. Now comment below, she earns my time. She doesn't borrow it. Number 6. Don't let her set the pace. You set the frame. She sends a message, you reply, she disappears again, then shows up 2 days later like nothing happened. If you're not careful, you'll fall into her rhythm and lose your frame entirely, because the moment she dictates the pace, you're no longer leading. This is where many men give up their power. They think responding quickly is polite, that matching her energy shows interest. But what it shows is that you're following, not deciding, and the more reactive you become, the more predictable and forgettable you become. Here's the truth. Attraction lives in polarity, and polarity requires leadership, not control, not force, just quiet, grounded, confident direction. If you let her determine when to talk, how often to connect, or what the tone of the conversation is, you're no longer the man she first felt something for. You're just available. So what do you do instead? You slow things down. You don't respond immediately. You don't match her emotional temperature. You stay rooted in yours. She sends a short reply. You don't rush to fill the silence. She's inconsistent. You respond when you're ready, not when she expects. From a Stoic view, this is the art of measured action. As Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." And there's nothing braver in a reactive world than a man who doesn't jump at every ping on his screen. Setting the pace isn't about games, it's about signal. You're showing her that your life has rhythm, that you're not emotionally available 24/7, that you're not here to be her emotional trampoline. And if she's serious, she'll rise to meet your energy. When you set the pace, you shift the dynamic. She stops wondering when you'll respond and starts wondering why you're not chasing. That's the tension, that's the intrigue, and that's where attraction thrives. You're not being cold, you're being intentional, and intention is power. Now comment below, "I don't follow her rhythm, I move to my beat." Number 7. Don't dig up the past. Let it speak through your silence. She ghosted you, left your messages on read, disappeared without explanation. Now she's back, acting like nothing ever happened, and the first impulse most men feel, bring it up. Ask why, demand closure, force an apology, but that instinct, while natural, is exactly what kills your power. Why? Because when you bring up the past, you signal one thing loud and clear: you're still emotionally affected. She sees that she still holds space in your mind, not because of fondness, but because of unfinished pain. And worse, you give her the emotional upper hand. By asking for an explanation, you position yourself as the one needing clarity, as if her ghosting made your world pause, as if she still matters that much. The Stoic move is different. It's stillness. You don't deny the past, but you don't drag it into the present either. You let her actions speak. You let her show who she is now, not who she claims to be in words. If she doesn't apologize, you don't demand it. If she acts like everything's fine, you stay composed. You don't need to punish her, but you don't reward her either. You stay neutral, calm, collected. From a Stoic perspective, this is the essence of self-mastery. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In this case, the best response is not to mirror her past behavior, but to transcend it. If she's truly different now, she'll prove it. Through consistency, through effort, through vulnerability. But if she's just checking if you're still emotionally available, your stillness will reveal her intent faster than any confrontation ever could. Let your detachment be your answer. Let your silence about the past force her to reflect, not defend. Because when you stop reacting to what she did, she's left with one unsettling question. Why isn't he bringing it up? Has he moved on? And that question is far more powerful than any "why did you ghost me" ever will be. You don't need closure, you need clarity, and that comes through observation, not interrogation. Now comment below, "I don't chase closure, I embody clarity." Number 8. Emotional control, the true test when she returns. When she reappears after silence, she's not just reaching out, she's observing. watching how you respond, measuring whether she still affects you. And this is where most men fail. They either light up with excitement, respond with bitterness, or overcorrect with coldness. All three reveal the same truth: she still controls your emotions. But the man who wins this moment, he doesn't react, he responds, slowly, calmly, from a place of centered awareness, not detached, not guarded, but emotionally composed. You see, it's not about pretending you don't care. It's about actually being in a place where her message doesn't disturb your inner world. You can choose to reply or not. Either way, your peace remains untouched. From a Stoic perspective, this is mastery in action. As Epictetus said, anyone capable of angering you becomes your master, and the same goes for any woman who can stir you up with a simple text. If she can still get under your skin, she still owns a part of you. That's why emotional neutrality is so powerful. It makes her pause, wonder, second guess. Why isn't he acting like before? Has he changed? Did he stop caring? And in that moment of uncertainty, her attraction rises, not because you played a trick, but because your energy shifted. Here's what emotional control looks like in real life. You don't rush to respond. Your replies are thoughtful, not reactive. You're not trying to be impressive. You're being real. You stay in your frame, even if she's flirty, distant, or testing. This doesn't mean being cold or closed off. You can be warm, but not eager, present, but not desperate. You lead the emotional tone of the conversation, not her. And when you maintain that calm energy, you send a signal far deeper than words. I'm no longer the man you used to influence. This changes everything. Not just the dynamic, but the story she tells herself about you. Because when you don't fold under her return, you become someone she has to approach differently, someone she might even have to earn. No comment below. I don't flinch. I remain the frame. You started this video thinking it was just a text, just a message. But now you see, it was more than that. It was a doorway, not to her, but to you. You don't need to chase what returns. You don't need to validate what left, because the man she's texting now, he's different. He doesn't rush to reply. He chooses whether to respond. Your value isn't proven by a reply. It's revealed in your restraint. So if you're done reacting and ready to move with power, like this video, subscribe and comment below. I don't react, I rise. Stay sharp, stay grounded. Clarity over chaos, always.